Come on then, Sparky. It is definitely interesting. Alright, testing. Let's see. How about this? Hail and or well, weary travelers. We're on a strange mission today. I just realized that I don't have my credit card. Credit card's still at the Garden of Olives, located conveniently in the Enfield, Connecticut area. Left it there because I'm a dummy. Actually, because I was spending too much damn time paying attention to the tip, making sure the tip was high enough. Because I like to tip in cash. And that's what I get. Because I'm an ass. But I digress. Hopefully we can get there and home before it rains. That would be swell. I would like it. I would like it a lot. Yes, yes indeed. So hopefully we'll get to do that. We're going to be doing a little bit of extra highway. Hopefully in lots of traffic the whole way like this, so it can be really a swell time. Very, 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 very fucking exciting. So hopefully this is going to record nicely. We're using a new little Sony portable recorder device since the fucking GoPro does not have a goddamn adapter. So I can't actually do my recordings of an externally microphoned audio Motovlog podcastables is. That's fine. That's fine, man. We're only about 1 million fucking miles away from where we need to be, so this will be a good, nice little ride here. I don't even think we're not going to be able to have enough battery to get through the whole fucking way. Holy shit, these people are going to drive me to drink. Yes, yes indeed. Our life is gone the same in the darling in the day on my darling, slowly drive, oh, slowly drive, 'cause we don't want to get to destinations. Darling, slow, mommy, oh, slow, mommy. Da 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 da, ba ba ba. Hey now. Yep. So we shall see. We shall see how this audio recording comes out. We're currently doing, hypothetically, 65 miles an hour on this closed course. Do not try this at home. This is not a live road. So let's see. So what else is new? So I'm going to buy a yacht. That's going to be cool, because I kind of want to do a little bit of sailing. Little traveling on the water, maybe down the coast of the East Coast. You know, I don't know, from Connecticut down to Key West, maybe. Why stop there though? I mean, Bahamas are nice, I've heard. We're gonna do that. I'm thinking somewhere between a 27 and a 45 footer, maybe somewhere in there, something. At least that's the end goal. I think we're going to get something smaller to actually learn, because both my wife and I have no fucking clue what we're doing with sailing. We did go on a sailing boat one time. Actually, we did that because of this, wanting to experience all that is sailing. So we got a little charter boat action. It was just us and another couple, and the captain of the ship. It was cool because I got to actually steer it a little, got to learn a little bit about it, and you know, what the different things are, watch the winches work, and the cleats, and all of that. Getting all those little tidbits together, the ports, the starboards, all of that fun. Slow vehicles keep right. I saw the sign. I saw the sign. No, you didn't. No, I'm afraid not. Oh look, Mother of Christ. Let's do 1 mile an hour. Can we do that? Can we do 1 mile an hour? Okay, heavy braking, because you motherfuckers couldn't go the fuck around the minivan. God damn it. All right, slow vehicles keep right. Let's practice, minivan. You get the fuck over, and we go the fuck by you. Oh good, the minivan's now exceeding the speed limit because, you know, it was time. So we drive nice and slowly. But anyway, here's a little trivia fact for you. Do you know the difference between a boat and a ship? I'll give you a second. Alright, so the difference, are you ready? You ready for this? The difference is a ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship. So there you have it. There's your answer. There's the question that every one of you, I'm sure, were just about to ask me, like, hey, and there it was. So, yeah, we're looking at it. So that's one of the things. That's one of the things we're looking into. In other news, I have also been enjoying the splendor of a Kindle. I picked up a Kindle, and I know you're going to tell me, right? I know you're going to say, so why the fuck did you buy a goddamn Kindle when you got a fucking iPad and a fucking iPhone 7 Pluses? Why would you buy a fucking Kindle? And I'll tell you. Let me answer that for you. Let me put this right down here. 300 DPI is the reason. Okay, that's not really the reason. The reason is it's something designed just for books. So I don't have to spend that time thinking about other things while I'm reading. I can just sit there and focus on the reading, the leisure of reading, the pleasure of reading even. To be able to sit back and enjoy a nice little novel, a book, perhaps a book upon, I don't know, sailing perhaps. That was actually the first book that I had purchased. But yeah, and it was basically how not to buy a yacht, which I found kind of entertaining. That'll be my wife. She decided it was time to go faster. I don't know how faster she wanted to go because, well, we're still here. We still have the traffic, but it's cool. We can sit out here, have fun, get her on a little bit of camera. She's having fun. It's nice. It's like 60, 65 degrees today, so it's not too cold. Frankly, it's October 8th today. Happy birthday to the CT Fiddler, by the way, turning a young 77 today. But yeah, we're going to be celebrating a birthday later on today. Little hippie art right there. So yeah, so we are recording currently on the GoPro Hero 5 Black. Because, why? You know why. Black cams matter. And so we're doing that, and right now we're doing this in 1080p. Right, so full high def, and we are doing this in 60 frames a second, which is why you got such beautiful clarity right now. It's really quite delightful. Stay in your lane there, little guy. We like cake. That's how fat guys do. Yeah, we like cake. Cake and hippies. Hippies and cake. Those are not mutually exclusive, by the way. I will take cake or a hippie. You know, I'm in. You got me. But how about this? So let's let's ramble a little bit more. Let's ramble about automobiles. Let's ramble about my short commute. Maybe some of you have seen my commute is not necessarily the shortest. It's approximately 52 miles, and that 52 miles is a long miles, especially when it was $4 a gallon. So when it was $4 a gallon, I was driving a brand new SUV. It was a Hyundai. Don't judge. Tucson. It was a cool little thing. It was actually surprisingly comfortable. I did not hate it. The thing is, when the gas prices jumped, I did not think that I wanted to be spending $4 a gallon getting 20 miles per gallon. $4, yeah, that was right. Because that was costing me a small fortune. Like, I could have bought a small native village in Africa for that kind of money. So I didn't want to do that, but sometimes you got to do that. But so what I ended up doing was I ended up doing a little search for like, what kind of a beater can I buy? Because I figured I'll keep the SUV, but didn't make sense. So I went out and bought a 1984 BMW 325e, and the E stands for efficient. That little bastard was a lot of fun. 6-cylinder inline six, like 120 horsepower or something, but like 250 or 260 foot-pounds of torque. So it was basically a low horsepower, high torque motor. Engine, sorry, and it was very good on fuel. That thing got an average of 30 to 32 miles per gallon all the time. It was a great little car, but I'm a big dude, and that's a little car. So to have me in it, it really wasn't what I'd refer to in the business as splendid. So what did I do then? I said, I like this. This is cool. What are my other options? And I said, I need something big. I want something comfy. I want something that I can, sit low down, say nothing at all. Okay, not really. I was looking for just, something different. And I got into the whole, like, oh, why don't you get a diesel? Diesels get even better miles per gallon. And I started looking at them, and I said, whoa, why don't you get a diesel and run it on fucking vegetable oil? And I said to myself, self, because that's what I always call myself, I said, that sounds like a good idea, self. So I did. I went out and got myself the first little veggie-running fucking greaseball burger I could possibly find. It was a 1981 Mercedes 300 CD. It was the coupe. The coupe. And the D is for disastrously slow. That was a non-turbo. 82, they came out with turbocharging. But in 81, they did not have. So that's cool. But the deal was, that one already had a vegetable oil system in it from greasecar.com. That little bastard took some fun times there. I started getting into the veggie thing. I started getting restaurants to give me some oil. I had another buddy, actually the dude I bought the car from, said well, he was. Turns out he was a pretty damn nice guy. But he just told me all about it and shared with me some of the stuff and some of the how-tos and the lessons learned and that was pretty cool. And then I said, okay, how about I do my own? So I started doing my own filtration and found out quickly that was a huge pain in the ass. And I kept doing it. And I said, well, okay, how to make this easier? And they said, well, if you want to throw money in the problem, you get yourself a centrifuge. And I said, now you're speaking my fucking language. So, sure, I'm saving all this money on these miles per gallons and running vegetable oil for free. And that's cool. That's cool, man. But what I found was that even with the centrifuge, getting the oil, picking up the oil, was kind of this disgusting time-taking task. It was a lot. It was a lot of freaking work. It was a lot of work for a whole lot of not. But I still enjoyed it. I did probably about 100,000 miles on grease, and it was pretty freaking cool. I mean, by the end of it, I had a gas pump in my garage. I had a 375-gallon tote that was my clean fuel ready to be dispatched into the car. And then I had, like, you know, a couple of settling barrels and all this kind of shit. And that was pretty friggin' fantastic. So I just basically, every night I got home, I'd back up the car, I'd fill up the grease tank, and off I'd go. But yeah, so I did that for a while, and then the gas prices, you know, were kind of coming down a bit, coming down, and that's cool. I enjoy gas prices dropping, because either way, I'm still saving a percentage of this or a percentage of that. So it's not exciting, but it was good. So anyway, so the veggie oil was a lot of fun, and then I got something that was a little faster, because that was the one downside I found to those old Mercedes, is they were dreadfully slow for this day and age. Now don't get me wrong, 85 miles an hour down the highway, no problem. This thing wasn't like it didn't move, it just didn't get there fast. It didn't have that spirited adventure kind of thing. So I started looking at the little Volkswagens, because that was the other big one that everybody had been doing. They're doing little Volkswagens with diesel engines in them, like a Golf or a TDI or a Beetle. So I looked at them and I found that the Beetle got, 4 miles per gallon less or 5 miles per gallon less than the Golf did, but only a couple miles per gallon less than the Jetta did. But the Beetle was about $3,000 cheaper with the same exact engine and transmission. And I said, well, self, because that is what I call myself, we should go look at some of them. So I did. I went and looked at them, and having been a previous Volkswagen owner from a 1971 and a 1967, 67 was a Baja, of course. Here's a picture. So anyway, that's cool. I enjoyed having that. Anyway, I hunted around for a Beetle, and I found a 2000 Beetle TDI with 160,000 miles on it. So, you know, it's an older car, but again, with a low mileage and, you know, driving an 84, it seemed like that would be worlds ahead, which it is. So yeah, I found one. The guy wanted $3,500 for it, but it ran like shit. And I said, you know what, dude? Nobody's going to buy this thing from you, because they have to be a nutcase like me to buy it, because they're just not going to buy it. Like, nobody's going to fucking buy a car that runs that shitty, because it basically, at an idle, it would like stumble, blup, 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 and stall out sometimes, especially when it was cold. And it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool at all. But I knew that it had to be something simple. There was going to be something fucking stupid. And I knew, and so the thing is, like, at an idle it did that, but I don't idle. I get in the car, I start the car, we drive away, I go to work. I'm many miles away. And while you were driving, it was perfect. Actually, the only other thing it did was it was going into limp mode. It would kill the turbo on it, kill the boost pressure. And I knew that had to be either an overboost or an underboost or whatever, but I knew it did boost. Like, it itself was ready. So anyway, I bought it. Yeah. So what did I do then? Well, I drove it, and I was going to convert it to veggie oil, and I thought to myself, fucking hell, to have that fucking grease in the cabin with me. That's going to be worse than the old one. The old Mercedes. We're going to clean this lens here. Hopefully that's dried it off a bit for you guys. You can see a little better. But yeah, so let's see. So I got that thing, and that thing gets 43 miles per gallon. 43 all fucking day. And all of a sudden, at 43 miles per gallon, it's a significant step up from what the Mercedes did. And I'm thinking, okay, so now this motherfucker's got a 600 mile range, just shy of, right? Some people do it, but those are the fucking people that are willing to do, like, you know, 48 miles an hour on the fucking highway. Crazy bastards, or the we're shutting it off while we coast down a hill, so you got no fucking power steering and shit. I didn't need to do the veggie oil. Like, it would cost me for a week of driving that car, like the entire week wouldn't cost me $40. So all of a sudden my $160 gas bill turned to fucking 40. You know, obviously the Mercs were different, and that was cheap too. That was definitely less, but again, the hassle, the cleanliness, the fucking slime, the fucking jugs and fucking mess. You know, it was a fun thing. I really enjoyed it, but it was time. So I stopped. I ended up selling the centrifuge. Nice, fine gentleman from the Craigslist. He snatched it right up and off he went. Very cool. Very nice stuff. Very nice guy. It was off. He got a hell of a steal on it, and I got it the hell out of my garage. So it was a good deal. It's a good deal for everybody involved. All right, so hold that thought. We're gonna get on to my main topic here. You want to go home? You're okay? Because we might get soaked. Okay. All right, so she's in. She is in. But yeah, so she is ready to ride in the rain. That's cool. We're gonna get soaked, I'm sure. Because this kind of day, it's one of those days where there's just going to be one passing car that soaks us. But anyway, so back to it. So right, so that Beetle, that 2000 Beetle, well guess what? Here it is, 2016. 2016, and I've still got that Beetle. I'm still driving that Beetle. So basically, you see this right now. Well, this is what I use when it's sunny. But for the rest of the year, going to work on that miserable long commute, there's really not a whole lot of point to me driving anything other than that fucking Beetle. We put a bazillion miles on it, it just keeps going. So far, I think I've put 70,000 miles on that Beetle. It's definitely, it's proved itself. I've fixed basically everything it needed, and it's just, it's good to go. It's probably good to go for another couple of years. But here's the thing. If that thing fucking throws a rod or does some shit, I need to know what my next fucking car is. I need to know that. I need to plan ahead, because I'm a planner. I'm not a by the seat of the pants kind of guy. Let me clean this your display off again for you. But I don't know. I don't know what to get. I'll tell you what my thoughts are. First, how about a Tesla, a Model S? Not the fucking Model 3. I'm not waiting 3.5 fucking years for a fucking car that may never fucking come out. I'm not interested in any of that. I am interested, however, in a used Model S, because I'm not putting a fucking $120,000 on the fucking table. But I would consider 58 to 68. That would be the top end of what I'd fucking consider. I would do something like that, because if I had no more gas bill, or just electric bill or something, that sounds pretty fucking good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm considering it, because you know why? Because I love the thought of that autopilot stuff. And yes, I know there's dead people. There's dead people everywhere. Guess what? There's more fucking people dying right now on fucking motorcycles than there are fucking autopilot. There's more people dying in fucking second-hand smoke and fucking third and fifth-hand smoke. So what's the damn difference? What's the point? What do we need all that for? But anyway, so that's one of the ones that I'm considering, a used one. Because you can get a used one for like 58 grand for like pretty cheap money. You know, for like 4,000 miles on it, maybe 10,000 miles on it. I mean, we're talking pretty damn cheap. But yeah. So that's one of them. All right, so that's one of them. Now here's another one. I'm going to throw this one on the table for you here. Hyundai, right? I have loved me some Hyundais, and only because their warranty kicks ass, and everything Hyundai builds They design every single part of those cars to last for 10 years. That's what they manufacture everything to do. That's their goal for every piece of all those cars. And if you've owned a Hyundai, you understand that they are kind of cheap shit, right? Some of the build quality materials stuff is lower than, say, what you might find on a Volkswagen. Certainly a BMW. But even, like, I wouldn't count it as an Audi. Fucking Audis lately have been kind of shitty. But so I'm thinking they make a plug-in hybrid based on the Sonata platform. So it's got a nice long wheelbase, and it's a hybrid that does, I want to say, like 37 miles or something on the battery. Like, just, battery alone it would go. That sounds pretty fantastic to me, because that would take a huge chunk out of my commute, right? I can charge it at work, and then and I can use it on the way home, plug it back in the next night. I mean, that sounds pretty damn fantastic to me. And that's cool. And they're like 38 grand, 36 grand, something like that. I mean, probably figure 40, because I want every fucking option on the fucking thing if I'm buying a fucking Hyundai. Don't mind my F-bombers. But yeah, so that's one consideration I've got. I kind of like the idea of it. I haven't taken it for a drive. I've got a friend who has bought one. And I still have yet to go see it. I'd like to go see it in person and see what his thoughts are and how it's been for him and all of that. But yeah, so that's one. That's another consideration, right? And now here's another thought. How about a Subaru? But not a fucking Impreza. Fuck the Impreza and their fucking shitty tin can selves. How about a Legacy? Legacy's a little longer wheelbase, similar engine and transmission, but more comfy, designed for longer distance. Well, they make that in a non-hybrid, right? Non-hybrid, but it's all-wheel drive, and they claim on the highway 36 miles per gallon. So 36 miles per gallon. Oh, and did I mention starting at 24 grand? Well, 24 grand's a long fucking stretch from 38. And that sounds pretty damn nice right there. I'll wipe the lens one more time here for you. Hope that's helping. Hope that's helping the view. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. Those are the ones that are currently on my list, because I don't think any of the all-electric ones can do what I need it to do. I am aware of the Zero motorcycles. I actually went to a release party for them, checking them out, and I actually put myself on the list to buy one, but the dealer never ended up calling me, and yeah, so I didn't bother. I ended up buying the 2 Chinese motorcycles rather than one of those, and that's cool. That's cool, man. I don't mind. If they don't want it, they don't want it. Who am I to judge? I don't judge. I don't profile. Hey, look at that. We're in a dry section again. How nice. Nope, I spoke too soon. It's raining again. Fine looking scooter there, sir. Fine unit. And saddlebags on a scooter. That's pretty funny. Yeah, me too. See, that's what you do to people when you drive like that.